See, this ain't for the kids. I don't know what to tell you. This one for y'all. Whoa. Ah. Boom.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the playground. Today I got Love Kelly in the building, straight out of Vermont. Let's talk this director stuff, man. So you a director out of Vermont, blowing up, you know what I'm saying, making things happen. How you even get into all this director stuff? Like, what made you want to be a videographer, a cinematographer, all of that, all in one, everything that you do? What got you started, bro?
First off, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Of course.
Yeah, just I started out making videos as a kid. My brother was really into it. He was studying it in high school. He went to like a tech school and studied film. So I always kind of like knew how to edit just because I was watching him.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So then when I got a little older, I was playing baseball a lot and playing sports, everything like that. And we had this like option to do a independent study. So we didn't have to go to school for like the winter semester.
Oh, what?
And I was like, I was trying to think of something that I could do to not go to school. And I was like, I'm gonna just make a video, like a little documentary. I already know how to edit, I already got cameras, all that shit.
Sprout from out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then shot it. And as I was putting it together, I started interviewing people. I went around in Boston, Vermont, and was asking people questions. Like, the whole idea of the project was like, it was like, what do you find purpose doing? Yeah. And it was like asking just random people. I asked like old people, young people, little kids, everything. Right. And then I was like, do you have regrets? What are your goals? And it was interesting asking like old people that shit and young kids. And for the first time I like watched it. Yeah, I was like, yo, this shit actually makes me feel something. Like, this is cool. So then, you know, I always loved music and art, like, because I just made me feel something. So I was like, maybe I should keep doing this shit. And then shot a music video. And then it was just...
It was over after that?
It was over after that.
Nah, that's fire. You said something about like a winter break, and that one little moment just happened to just create, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on now. This dude's videos is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know it's going to be in the link and everything, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I go check him out, go to his page and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, cool. So you got the director stuff going on, you know what I mean? Now you implementing it with artists and stuff like that. Now, how did it get to a point where you able to, you know, really capture the artist's songs visual inside your you know, your projects that you're putting together, and like how does like the artist that you're dealing with, you know, help you to keep motivated and stuff like that within it? I know it's like two questions and one kind of mixed up, but like how was that whole thing for you? Like,
yeah. No, it's cool. For me, it was like I started building relationships with the artists slowly. I was shooting for kids in my hometown, and they were friends already. It was like kids that I was friends with who were just trying to rap. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's this moment with most artists where like it goes from being like a hobby to like, oh shit, people actually are taking you seriously now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there was a few kids that were in that hobby phase, and I was just filming videos for them. And it was like there was no money transaction. It was just fun, and we were like, you know, what are we gonna do? And then all of a sudden those artists started making that switch, and people were like, oh shit, these kids are actually dope. And then my videos, I think, started out a little bit better than like where they would have been, because I knew how to make them already, but they still weren't like really good. So I think because they were a little bit higher quality, it was like, oh shit, like this is some real shit actually. You know what I'm saying?
Investing in them cameras and lenses and shit.
Yeah. So
big cost, but it pays off.
That's a fact. That shit be making a difference. When I see niggas switch that lens up, that shit, like, damn, just the lens. Like, sometimes obviously there's more to it and shit like that, but cool. And like, as far as, you know, how you capture, you know, like the essence of their songs and stuff like that, or, you know, like, how do you, what's your mindset when creating that visual, you know, for the artist and everything?
Yeah. I think for me, like, I try to make something that is unique, you know, because I feel like, especially with music videos, like, people should be shooting the same shit over and over and over and over again. So I've been trying to like find out a way to kind of like shoot some shit that is new, you know what I mean? Even if it's not the best looking video, I think that if it's something new, it's more important than, you know, you see directors who are not the best directors that had the most success because they're doing something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to like make videos. I want to get to a point where people watch it and they're like, Kelly shot that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like, you know, I want to get that.
Yeah,
so.
certain things I see, I know, like, okay, he probably like he shot this definitely with this person.
Exactly.
Nah, that's fire. And once again, like I said, his videos is heat. So make sure you check them
that.
shits out. You know what I'm saying? Young guy on the rise, making shit happen. You feel me?
Thank you.
And there's so much to get into. So you interning at Rock Nation right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got you out here in New York in the city and all that
Yes,
shit.
sir, yes,
you know what I mean? Got him out of Vermont and shit. Coming fuck with the guys. You know what I'm saying? NY shit. But you know what I mean? While you out here and your experience out there, how has it been? Like everything, the whole process.
It's been crazy, bro. Like like when I talk about that switch with artists, I feel like this year that switch has happened with me as a director. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been crazy and it's been challenging, but it's also been really exciting of like, yo, like I had a call with a lawyer the other day. He was like an entertainment lawyer. Yeah. And he's like, yo, how old are you? Because I was doing a deal between an artist and 300. Right. And I was like getting her signed to them. And he was like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 22. He was like, bro, it's so fucking lit. Like, you're actually in the industry. And that was the first time anybody in the industry had ever said to me, like, you're in the industry. Right. And that's, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I bet, copy, say less.
Yeah, so I was just like, I guess I am. You know what I mean? And that's a crazy thing because, you know, it was just my passion. So it's been cool being at Rock Nation. Like, met a lot of crazy people. Like, you know, so.
I can imagine. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And to be around people that's just doing stuff that, it's just fire to be, like, a part of a community. Yeah. People that's just doing the same type of things, and you just really just pushing forward and learning new things. And I know being young and shit, it just that learning, you always want to just gain some new knowledge. Even when you get older, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to gain knowledge all the time, but just, you know what I'm saying, when you're younger and you just receiving it, it kind of, it start expanding into like who you become and shit as you go through your 20s and shit like that. So that's OD dope. I ain't gonna front, man. And you came from, you know what I mean, some crazy situations and shit. I know you went through a lot, you know what I'm saying, as you was younger, even though you're still young and shit like that, you know what I mean? But like the group home situation, I remember you was mentioning about that. Like, how was that experience for you and everything? And, you know, how did you find your way out of that, you know, cycle mentally?
Yeah, it was tough at the time. I had gotten in a lot of trouble with drugs and alcohol at a young age and couldn't live at home anymore. I was living in a house with a bunch of kids. And it was crazy. Like, it was tough times, but it was also like some of the best times. And I think that shit just taught me how to like, I just think I have a mindset of like making the best of my situation. Right. So like the crazy thing is now it's like, you know, oh, I'm at Rock Nation. How do I make the best out of this situation? And the ceiling is much higher than like, how do I make the best out of my group home? Yeah. But I started to just like be that way. Right. In every situation. And I think that like I finessed a few videos where like I started working with an artist. Like I started working with this artist, Mikey Polo. Okay. Shout out Mikey Polo, he's my boy. And then, you know, we became close, and then he's close with Trippie Redd. Right. They have a song together. Okay. Never shot a video for it. So I hit him, I'm like, yo, why doesn't this ever have like a video? And he was like, well, Trippie just never had the time. And I was like, well, what if I shot it for free? Would you do it? And he's like, yeah, let's get it. So then but then he's like, yo, so Trippie doesn't have time. So then he's like, well, what if we made it an animated video? And I'm like, bet. So I wrote a script, hit up an animator that I knew, put up my own bread, 3,000 of my own bread. Right. But now I got a Trippie video. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like just different shit like that I was doing.
See, it sounds small as that. Like, those are like little gems and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are like some as simple. It could be as simple as when you're in the process of doing it, like how you was. You know what I mean? You were trying to just make something happen and shit, but it's the fact that you making something happen. You gotta make something happen, make it stick, and once it's there and it's alive, it becomes something and takes a life of its own and shit like that. So that's fire. Like, that's a small little gem as far as like when niggas is telling you like make a way and keep going and all of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit go over niggas' head all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll go over your head all day, every day. But it's like, once you're actually implementing yourself and using your fucking brain to put things together and being a producer, being a orchestrator and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You can create so many different opportunities, even if it's the smallest opportunity, because the smallest opportunity will turn into the biggest opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sorry to cut you off. One thing that you said that was very important, you put your own money up for something that you believed in. Right. You didn't force it upon somebody and say, yo, you just, like you said, played the cards that you dealt. Okay, he's busy. All right. Find another way. And thinking out of the box is a big aspect of creator. And that's something that you said that's very important as well.
I appreciate that. And that's one thing that this year I've learned more than anything is that, like, I think the best thing you can have as a director, like, in terms of working with labels, which I've done for the first time this year, is like the one thing you can count on is that shit's not gonna go as planned. So like every time I go into a video, at first I was getting all freaked out because it was like 2 days before the shit. Oh, we're actually not shooting it here. We're shooting it here, and actually we gotta lose this off the idea. And so now I go into videos knowing that, like, I kind of detach from the original idea. I'm like, here's my idea, but I gotta be okay with the fact that the finished product is not gonna be my original idea, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna be dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, the crazy thing about that, on top of that, I don't know if it's like a crazy thing about it, but the thing about that too is that you're gonna have a bunch of situations like that. And, you know what I mean, artists like us, we want for people to be able to see exactly what you saw in your brain.
Yeah.
So when you get the opportunity to do something like that, so have you got to have the opportunity to really create something exactly how you want it to some extent? Maybe not exactly, but have you got to run into that situation yet?
Yeah, I just shot a video with North Ave Jax, who's like the first artist that I started out with.
Shout out Jax, man.
Shout out Jax, man. And it's like the very first time that I really shot a video. Like, idea, shot it, and it looks exactly how I wanted it to look. You know what I'm saying? But I also think some of the best videos I've ever done, like, were not at all what I thought they were gonna be. And I feel like it's almost like a metaphor for life. Like, you try your hardest, but then you gotta detach from the outcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You put everything into it. That's all you can control, but you can't be attached to the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in this shit. Because everything gets fucked all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going on
but you gotta keep going, and I feel like the people who succeed are the ones that just never stop.
That's a fact. That consistency always comes up. It's always consistent. But nah, on top of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, on top of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, just one little piece of that, on top of what I said, it's like it's always another part to it. You can fuck around and not expect something, like the outcome could be completely different, but you be like, damn, I'm kind of like, this shit came out fire. Like, I'm glad this happened. Exactly. Like, it's small things. Like, even I got a video for Find a Cake, right? So Find a Cake off this project, The Playground and shit. Make sure you go, you know what I mean, download that
stream that.
And stop playing that shit. You know what I mean? But in the video, when I was there, we were trying to improvise, and improvising is fun, you know what I'm saying? And one of the scenes, I'm in the fucking, we like in the grass and shit, we like in the, you know what I mean, in the park or whatever, in grass, open grass and shit like that. And one of the girls had got her like the polka dot dress and shit like that with the little polka dot, I don't know if it was a polka dot, no, it was just like a ribbon or whatever, with the white shirt or whatever, like she was like, it was on a picnic or some shit, like, I don't, you know, like how that little shit go. And I had a little, you know what I mean, regular white tee, shorts or whatever, and I'm like, damn, how can we make this scene lit? Like, so I went into the car, you know what I'm saying, and I just saw fucking a jumper cable was in the back of the car and shit. I'm like, you just bring this shit just because. I don't know what the fuck. We brought it to the scene, and niggas was like, wait, why don't you just connect this shit to your balls and let her connect to her titties? She rub her titties
Damn.
like shot.
That's smart though.
Like,
that's smart.
Like,
yo, I actually love that idea. That's hard.
I don't think even sooner about. You know, I gotta show them the video so you can see it and shit like that.
I definitely gotta
you know
see that.
Find a Cake. You know what I mean? But it's more shit like that, and it turned into something lit. So improvising is fun as well. But
it's called Find the Cake.
It's called Find the Cake.
I'm gonna watch that.
Find the
Sure.
Cake. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But all right, cool. So on to the next situation. North Ave Jax, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro and shit like that. You know what I mean? And y'all coming out of Vermont with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so, and it's like, it's not really too many people that you could think of off the top of your head that's coming out of Vermont making like a crazy impact in this music shit. How they making shit happen in their city right now. You know what I'm saying? And he say he threw plenty of, you know what I mean, parties and you know what I'm saying, concerts and shit like that. And y'all had one recently that went crazy, and I said, and you told me that you having another one coming up sometime in September as well, right?
Yeah.
And them shits, you know what I'm saying? If you in Vermont, if you around the city, if you're not in the city, whatever, tapping with son, shits is lit. He making shit happen. And y'all working together, and one of the videos, like you said, you did for him or whatever, it came out exactly how you wanted to and shit like that. Now, moving on to the next chapter, now y'all at where y'all at, like, what is looking like next for you? What do you see happening within, you know what I'm saying, these next couple of years with you and Jax having the chemistry that y'all have and the stuff that y'all got going on?
I think, like, I personally think, like,
that was a lot, by the way.
No.
That was a lot.
You're good.
I was all over the place with that one a little bit, but he got it though. Let's get it, man.
I think that, like, he's like doing shit that nobody is doing music wise. Like, it's crazy. Like, the shit he hasn't put out yet. Like, he's got a project coming out the 17th. Stay tuned for that. It's called Lazy, but I Have Goals. And it's all about like the way that like he dropped out of high school and a lot of people kind of gave up on him. But it was like he was never actually lazy. He was just dealing with anxiety, depression, shit like that. Same. Right. I had the same situation. So I feel like
that shit real out here.
Yeah, for real. So I think that like that project's gonna change the way people view him because he really went into like a whole lot of shit that people don't talk about that much. You know what I'm saying? Of like self-hate, like a lot of shit. So I think that him as an artist is just gonna do special things. But I think that our chemistry, like we started out together. He signed to a label. I'm at Rock now. Like, you know, I think we both just elevate. This is what it is. This is how I'll say it simply. Is that I think it's rare in my life where I've met people who elevate me just as much as I elevate them. Fire. And I feel like he's one of the only people that I can see that gives me just as much as I give him. And when we're together, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's fire, bro. Nah, salute to that. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Jack. Salute to what you got going on, what you doing and shit like that. And real quick, just because he was talking about I was playing sports, nigga. Was you nice in sports?
Yeah, I played a little bit. Yeah.
What you say? So what you play? You say you played you said, oh, no, I said baseball in my head. God,
yeah, I played baseball. It was baseball.
Oh, it was baseball?
Yeah,
and
baseball.
Cross country?
Yeah, in college.
Okay.
Baseball, and I ran cross country. I did two sports in college.
Okay.
Which was a mistake. Would not recommend that. Especially because I was playing at a competitive school, and it was like you're trying to get bigger for baseball, and you're trying to get thinner for cross country because you're trying to be fast and shit. You know what I mean? So it was like it was like endurance. Yeah, it's like long distance versus explosiveness, which is opposite muscles. Yeah. It's like slow twitch, fast twitch. You know, so I was like, it was just tough, but it was cool. And then in high school, I played basketball, baseball, and ran cross country. And that was cool because
you had a jumper, you could dunk a little bit and shit. How tall are you? I forgot.
I'm like 6'2" now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wasn't that big. In high school, I was like 6 foot. But basketball, I only played for one season. And my roommate, I went to a boarding school. My roommate was the best player on the team, and he was like, yo, you gotta try out for the team because I would shoot around and shit. Because I had like a fine shot, you know. And then
you had the fine shot. Yeah.
So then I tried out, made the team, and then I ended up coming off the bench a lot shooting. We actually won the championship that year, so that was cool. But that was my
first time we in there.
That was my only basketball.
You got the trophy still and shit?
I don't have it. Somebody got it. The school got it. I think the school got it. We might have a ring somewhere. I don't know. It was cool. It was like all in New England prep school. Actually, it was actually fucking crazy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Word?
Yeah, it was cool.
Man, I ain't gonna front the whole college. That's one thing about the college things. I always wanted to do some college shit, like go out of town and shit, and turn up and be in college. I said turn up. Niggas go look at college to turn up. Niggas say, fuck the schoolwork. I want to go out there and turn up. But that's how everybody look at it. You know how shit go. Yeah. But you can turn up, obviously. But I never got to, you know what I'm saying, fuck with, you know, out of town college shit. I did some little shit out here and shit, but I wasn't fucking with it.
Did you play sports?
I'm out of here. I'm just doing this shit for my mom. Be out like. But
you play sports and shit?
I had. Speaking of sports, I know I kind of wanted to finish on that one, but the sports shit, I did play some sports. My short ass, but I was getting busy though. I ain't gonna front. I had a little handle and shit. My shot was there, but my layup. Nah, not 2K.
What'd you play?
I played basketball and shit. I'm over here just talking. Yeah, you know my dribbling skills out and shit like that, but I ain't gonna front. I was a little bit horrible when it came to the fast break. If I got the open layup, I fuck around and go and miss that bitch. Like, this nigga like.
It gets stressful, bro. It gets stressful.
No, intense. Like,
it does. It
used to be good time and shit. Playing sports. I also ran track and shit like that.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? I ran track and shit. I forgot what the fuck else I was talking about. The other shit. What else I was talking about? Some other shit. I forgot. But it don't even matter. You was talking a lot about, you know what I mean, the video stuff. But I feel like I didn't get to ask you exactly, how do you feel like the progression has been between when you first started shooting and now? Like, what exactly progressed?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that, like, when I started out, it was like, I was just shooting everything, like shooting any video. Anybody that asked me, yo, like, will you shoot a video for me? I was pretty much like, yeah, I got you. Even if I liked the song, didn't like the song, like, I was just shooting. And then it was like, if I loved the song, I was lucky. You know what I'm saying? And then and I feel like it got to the point where that made me have to really develop my style a little bit because, you know, some of the songs were like not the best, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like get creative so that people liked the videos. And then over time, like I was just in everybody's DMs, like just like, yo, let me shoot for you. And I was so persistent. And it's funny because there's so many people that kind of like recognize me from like a year ago, and they're like, they kind of give me that look. They give you that look of like respect, bro. Like you really like turned up. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be kind of like, oh, you were that kid, bro. Yeah, it's good to see you. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just staying on my shit. I just try to be as humble as possible, but also I know that the shit that I'm doing has an impact, and I feel like that is something that like no label can fucking replica that.
Right.
Like impact with real people and doing something that actually matters.
Right.
I feel like that shit, you can't buy that, you can't fake it, you can't do any of that shit. It comes from people seeing something real and being like, and that's what we done in our hometown. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel like for me, it's like, bro, yeah, you guys are a label, that's cool and all, but like you can't fake what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And soon enough, like the whole world will see, but right now it's like it's making an impact in my community.
The wave is waving, just know that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for
Like
sure.
to have like a whole city, you know what I'm saying? To have like a whole city on your shit. Y'all know how that shit go. It's just a motherfucking playground, man. You know, anything could fucking happen. We have a fucking giraffe walking here and showing a leash.
No, the hell we won't.
No. But now, you know what I'm saying? That y'all niggas really got the city lit. And it's not even just some regular shit. Like, it's really like on some, like, it's a wave and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have you just on the show because I knew you and shit. I had you on the show because I knew you doing something important. And I know that you, no doubt, and you a person that's grinding and really, like, focused and actually making a difference and creating something that's, you know what I'm saying, that's special and shit like that. And to hear your story and for people to hear your story, I think it's important because I know it's a lot of other directors and shit and creatives in your type of field that is gonna wanna, you know what I mean, have some type of guidance or even just wanna be able to connect with somebody that's, you know what I mean, that's just doing shit like that. And you know what I mean, for it to actually be a situation where you got your whole city, I mean, like you throwing these events, people come and you have the connection, you have the emails, you have the whatever, the phone call, you got the numbers or whatever. Like, how does it feel to because it's not just a regular position to be in because it could be calm and shit right now, but as you said, people don't know what the fuck is about to happen, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on a whole nother level. It's not gonna be just me and this nigga talking in my fucking studio and shit at the playground and shit. It's really gonna be like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be some crazy movement shit where that's changing people's lives and shit like that. It's gonna be another level of things. So to be in that position, to be at the forefront of that and shit like that, and knowing that it's about to start, you know what I mean, rolling out kind of crazy and shit on top of the videos that you got with Jax coming out and shit like that. Like, how does it feel to be in that position? Like,
I feel blessed to be in that position. I also feel like hungry as ever because I'm kind of like, it's like the weird thing about being from a small town is that like you feel like you're bigger than you are. And so that's why being in New York is so important for me because it makes me realize nobody gives a fuck about what I'm doing except for in this one place. And I need to change that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a beautiful thing because you can really like I feel like I actually have a fan base and that's like a crazy thing.
Right.
You know, especially as like a director. That's not like common. Lit. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that like it hasn't cracked yet. Nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? So outside of this one place. So I feel like it's like a blessing, but it's also like motivation to be like, okay. And it's proof, I feel like. To be like, yo, like people have all these ideas of how shit should go. And people will tell you, oh, you need to do this or that. But it's like, whatever we have done has worked. And so it's kind of like, now I just got to keep doing that because I know it's worked. Right. So why can't I do it in New York if I did it in Vermont? You know what I'm saying? So I just got to keep like, you know,
create it, make it happen, do it, and continue to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? You hear what this man is saying. You know what I'm saying? And stay hungry and shit like that. It don't matter, you know what I mean, what situation, even when you get lit, he's going to be still hungry. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just something that comes with the grind of who you are. Like, some people just not hungry enough, and some people is too hungry for the world, you know what I'm saying, and shit, and they gonna eat everything, you know what I'm saying, that's around and shit. We're already in a fucked up situation because we ain't got that much food. Niggas selling us some bullshit in these motherfucking food markets and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a fucked up way. So the scientist, nigga, that was, I think he was saying he tied himself up or some shit. He was like locked up to like the Chase Bank, some shit, like not locked up. I'm using some wild words. I don't know. I saw, you know how niggas be having captions, but the scientist that was to the Chase Bank or whatever, because he keeps saying like, yo, I'm trying to tell the world, like I've been for years, I've been trying to tell y'all like this world is in a bad situation. It's like critical type, you know what I'm saying? Like we already know like the world, the green and you
so
know,
he tied himself to a Chase.
That's what I'm saying. The words I'm using may be a little too crazy, but you know how when you read and shit, certain words just stick and you just say it. in the conversation, but he just doing some shit to it. Yeah.
To left field real quick, bro.
I did. I just started going wild. That's what I do sometimes. Welcome to the playground.
I'm like,
welcome to the playground.
Wow.
Yeah, I started going dark real quick. We was light and we were dark.
We're in the playground now, man.
We're in the playground now. Nah, but just to finish it off, just long story short, there's some crazy shit going on in this world and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? If you just grinding and shit, that's all you can really do in this motherfucker. Because a new kid today, what the fuck we gonna do?
Here we go again.
But we ain't gonna talk about that nuke shit. I saw that, you know, that PSA. We ain't gonna talk about none of that crazy shit. You might want to get the fuck out of New York and go back to Vermont for a little bit and shit. But so you say you was backpacking in Puerto Rico and shit like that. You know what I mean? How was that? Like, cause I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico one time. Also shoot a video out there.
Yeah.
And I had got to like a medical problem with my head, some weird shit.
Sorry,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, it's all good, bro.
You good?
I might. I mean, my family good. I tell people my family good. They alive. Everybody okay. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That I'm good. But how was it to be in, you know what I mean, out there in Puerto Rico, backpacking and shit? That's like a journey type of, I wanted to say journalistic-ish type of vibe, but I don't know if the word is right. But how was that vibe out there?
It was cool. It was crazy. Like I had dropped out of college, and then was just like kind of lost in my life, and I was like 19 years old, so I was like, I just needed to escape. I think I was running from myself low-key a little bit. A lot of things were going on in my mind, so I was like, I was pretty newly sober, and I was just like, I just left the group home. I went to college, and I was like on a scholarship, and then I got cut from the baseball team, and that was like my whole dream was like to play professional baseball. So I was like,
that's a lot.
Yeah, I just didn't know what I was gonna do,
right,
so
right.
I just looked up like cheapest flights, to tropical places, and I had $2,000 to my name, and I booked a flight, and then I actually have never told anybody this. I booked a flight for $700, and I slept through the flight. No, I booked a flight for $300.
Okay.
Slept through the flight, and then booked it again the next day for $700, and I went to Puerto Rico with $900.
Oh nah,
or some shit like that, because I spent like my whole $1,000 trying to get the flight.
There was no
bro.
way to get that bread back. Did you get it back?
No, I didn't get it back, bro. I just blew it, bro, because I was like, yo, I'm not staying in Vermont, bro. I gotta go on this adventure. Like, fuck it. So I just bought another ticket. I went with no plan, and no real landed, and then I went to a hostel.
What's that?
It's like a place where you can spend nights for like $20, $10.
Okay,
and it's like bunk beds. No, it's like bunk beds in a room.
Oh, that's a boot camp.
It's and they got it all over the world, like hostels.
Oh,
Yeah.
They had the horror movie Hostel.
Yeah, crazy. It's honestly so dope. Like if you're ever traveling through like other countries, like you gotta go to hostels because, bro, imagine being in a college dorm as a freshman in college, but with adults and no college. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I guess
that sounds like a situation I need a gun.
Yeah,
you need a gun everywhere.
You need to get it. Yeah, it's just a vibe, bro. Like it's like girls and guys and everyone's trying to because. It attracts the best type of people because everyone is trying to adventure.
Right.
So it's all people who are like looking for fun and looking for experience.
I'm just being an asshole. You know? So I don't know too much, but I'm sure it's a vibe.
No, it's crazy.
He said it's a vibe. I know
it's
it gotta
awesome,
be a vibe.
man. It's awesome.
That's lit. But is it more of a vibe than the vibe that's going to be on September 23rd?
Nah, I can't. Nothing's gonna be as crazy.
Nothing's gonna be fucking with that.
Nobody's gonna be fucking.
Hostel vibe.
Nah, I just think that the shows that we throw like is literally. Turnt, bro. Like shit is crazy. People are crowd surfing, throwing water. It's fucking
crowd
lit,
surfing.
Yeah, it's lit.
It's a party.
It's lit. There's
if
tons
somebody's throwing water on you at a party, it's lit because if there's no fights happening at the motherfucker throw water on you at a random party, that's a good ass party.
We were pulling girls on stage having twerking contests. It was fucking lit, bro.
Oh yeah. Gotta have the ladies going crazy.
Nah, it was crazy. So
girls love shaking their ass. They just whip.
I love it too.
They just love shaking their ass.
I love it too. Yeah,
that's the reason I love it too. Nah, that's lit, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Cause I'm gonna make sure I drop this before that time comes. So whoever could possibly go to Vermont, you want a little getaway and shit, go fuck with some. You know what I mean? Go everybody vibes. Tapping with my man's Love Kelly, you know what I'm saying? You gonna love Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing with my guy, you feel me? And before you go, you know what I'm saying? Before we go, leave the playground and shit, you feel me? Besides where they could find you,
yeah.
Just real quick, these new videos that you got coming out with Jax though, like
crazy, man.
Ridiculous,
my best
ridiculous.
Work. It's my best work.
His best work. His
my
best work. So make sure y'all go, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with him on his Instagram and shit, and wait for the drops. Because I know they're going to be crazy. Follow Jax, follow everybody, the whole team. They got a whole team situation going on. Like I said, he got the movement going crazy out there, shit like that. So tapping with my guy. And appreciate you,
bro, for real.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all for coming to the playground, man. Salute. We out.